morning, everyone. Welcome to my page. My name's Lorraine with Crafty Therapy by Elle. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and my Etsy shop. All Crafty Therapy by Elle. This morning I'm going to be starting my day by making a patriotic wreath on my favorite bow maker, the Easy Bow Maker. I had seen someone had posted a wreath with a really pretty bow on it, and I got inspired and I said, oh, I need to make that. So this is my own take on it. So I'm starting with 2.5 inch wired ribbon. I only use wired ribbon for my bows. It gives it the nice shape of a bow. If you used unwired ribbon, it's just kind of like a floppy bow, and that's fine for some type of bows, but not for the one that I'm going for here today. Patriotic bows are popular in my shop for spring and summer, so I wanted to add this one. So I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. I probably got it at either Michael's or Joann's. And I'm using this beautiful red and white striped ribbon. And I'm using the ruler that comes on the bow maker, and I'm making it about 5.5 inch loops. And we're gonna do 3 on each side. You see what I'm doing there? You need to flip it. Rotate it so that always the printed pretty side. This happens to be double-sided ribbon. It doesn't really make a difference, but most ribbons are the pattern is on one side, so you need to flip it so that the pretty ribbon is facing up. So I'm taking my tails, measured them, dovetailing them just to give it that finished look. So I have 3 loops on each side. We're done with that one. Next, we're going to come in with this beautiful blue. And I like to start by dovetailing it. Measuring up my tails so that they're just about the same length. Twisted it. And I'm coming in about 1/2 inch to 1 inch shorter than the first ribbon I used. That way you'll be able to see all the ribbons once the bow is fluffed out. Twisted it. Measuring my blue ribbons up to make sure that they're equal, twisting it. And I want 2 loops on each side of this ribbon. Measuring my tails to make sure that they are equal and dovetailing it. Done with that ribbon, we're going to come back in with a red. A solid red. I don't want that one. Nope, I want the red. Dovetail. Adding it to the bow maker, lining it up. Needs to be a little bit shorter. Lining up my tails. Twisting. Making it a little shorter than the previous loops. And this one I only want 1 loop of the red on each side. Okay, so I have 3, 2, 1. And my last one is this pretty blue with stars on it. it to my bow maker, twisting it so the pattern side is up. Again, a little shorter. Twisting it, adding it to the bow maker, and I'm going to do 2 loops on each side for this one. Making sure they're about the same length. Twisting. Measuring them up and cutting them. These wreaths are great to add to an existing wreath you may have already. If you want to spruce up an old wreath, you can just add one of these pretty bows to it. They're great to add to a lantern right on top, a mailbox, a banister, gift bows. What else? Anywhere you can, a candlestick it's very pretty attached to, really anywhere that you can think of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread my loops. I'm going one up, one down. I'm kind of giving them a little turn. I'm putting my fingers in. I'm rounding out the loops. One up, one down. This side, one up, one down. What I'm doing is I'm putting my fingers there now because I don't want all of, as I fluff it, I don't want it to rise and start coming out of the bow maker. I find it just holds better if I just give it a little support. My red one is going to stay in the middle. One up, one down. One up, one down. So I've been a wreath maker for about 5 years now, and I decided I wanted to start making videos really for my Etsy customers so that when they get their bows or when they get their wreaths in the mail, sometimes, you know, they get beat up during the shipping. Even though I package it as well as I can and secure it as best I can, sometimes they could use a little help on fluffing their bows and their wreaths. So I started this YouTube channel this year, and I plan on making a lot more videos, how-to videos, whether it's going to be bows or wreaths or, you know, whatever craft I have in mind for the day. So please follow along, hit that subscribe button, check out my Etsy shop. It's Crafty Therapy by Elle, all one word. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my zip tie. This is an 8-inch zip tie. I'm sliding it underneath all of the layers, and I'm going to come up the middle. And I'm going to catch the zip tie, or cable tie is another word for this. And before I pull it completely out, I like to pretty much support it. Now I'm putting my fingers underneath. Sorry, I was out of view there. Now what I'm doing is I'm rotating it to the back. And before I make it really, really tight, I'm going to take my chenille stem and go right underneath it. Okay? So now that that's under there, I'm pulling this as tight as I can. Take my wire cutters and I snip that right off. So now I have the chenille stem or pipe cleaner to hold on to it. And that's how you're going to attach it to your wreath or your lantern or your candlestick, however it, wherever you want it to go. So now what I'm going to do is give it the final fluff. So I'm taking all my loops, getting my hand in each one, rounding them out. Making sure it's even on both sides. Taking the tails and I'm putting my finger underneath and I'm smoothing it out. Underneath and smoothing it out all the way tucked up there. This gives it that nice flow. This is going to be pretty on the wreath. These look great on just a plain burlap wreath, on a grapevine wreath, on a greenery wreath. And there we go. All right. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I will check comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.